Well, this year I'm taking tractor Tetris to a whole new professional level. I've just pretty well got them stacked in here, and that's working out great. But I can't find my little air inflator. I used it the other day for something, and I've set it down and I can't find it back. So we're gonna have that at some point, but that's not the project I'm really gonna do today. I'll tell you about it right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, as you can tell, except for that, but you know the story on that one. Yeah, so trying to get everything put away for the winter and rearrange them in the order where the ones that I would actually use during the winter were towards the outside. Yeah, and I'm trying to find my little air inflator. Don't know where I put it. I'll find it back. But today we are going on a mini service call on a mini, because we're going to look at a Minneapolis Moline that he says is overflowing gas. And so basically I'm going with the intent of pulling the carburetor off and bringing it back here to rebuild it. But we'll go look at it. Luckily it is in a heated building, because right now it is freaking cold is the nicest way that I could put that for a southern boy like me. I mean, you northern people can have this. This is ridiculous. I think it was 19 degrees this morning, and yeah, so I'm really kind of over this already, but whatever. We got to get to work, so I guess we'll head that way. If I don't find that thing right now, no big deal. Well, here we are at secret location S, and if you see in the distance, there's the old 1755. So we're going to take a look at this Moline. This is more of a Moline to end project, but we're going to tackle it anyway. Super Jetstar 3, which I know nothing about. However, it looks like the old carburetor is about due for a service. So the next question is, can a guy easily get to the fuel to shut it off? Well, he can jam his hand up under there and try. See what happens. There we go. Next, he's going to realize he did not bring something to get that loose, because I bet it's 5/8. And so we're going to have to take her loose farther down the line. Wow. There's the guy himself, huh? Yeah. Carburetor going. I'm gonna take the carburetor and rebuild it, because it looks like it probably could use it anyway. So I'll pull it off here and take it. I got some of that stuff at home that you can dip it in, you know, and clean her out good. So I gotta have a 5/8. You got one of them in here somewhere? 5/8 wrench. Get the fuel line off of here. I thought I brought enough stuff in, but I probably got one in the car, but I figured you probably had a collection of tools here too, so.
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago. I went through there and I had about 8 or 10 of them 5/8s. That damn one in there.
That's always the way. There we go. You can have that one back. Hopefully the fuel shut off stays shut off. Hey.
Good boy.
Impact. Let's get this dog out of here.
This thing always, when you started it, it had to be started idle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you give it any throttle, it would never start. I don't know how many times these guys come out and that Moline won't start. I'd come out and idle the thing up. Far idle.
Well, you want to tell any story about it while you're here? Did you buy this thing new?
No.
Where'd it come from? I mean,
I bought it from co-op.
did you?
Yeah.
They took it like a trade or something, maybe?
I bought it straight out for a sprayer tractor.
Oh, okay.
For a sprayer.
You're about the only one I know of that's got one like this. The only other Moline I knew of was Tiny over there, who had that bigger one, you know.
Yeah, too.
And Tom's got it now. I seen it over there, but
Yeah, the bigger one too.
he did like
Yeah,
a,
man.
huh? Yeah, I never. Who would have been the Moline dealer in town, like in this era? It wasn't really co-op. I mean, they
No,
kind of.
they didn't.
So
Actually, I think it had a white sticker on it when I got it.
it could have.
I think. It didn't have a tack on it. They put a tack on it when I got it. Because I wanted to spray one RPM.
Just, is that what? Oh, okay, yeah. What made you pick this? Just because it's lightweight or what?
It just.
The size
I was needing
side
to
you
find
want?
it. The price was right. Been a good tractor.
Yeah, because like I said, yeah, I mean, you've had it for what? 40 years probably or so?
Long time. I forget what year it was.
Yeah, that's about the...
I'll be way back in the 70s. I probably 71 or 72 I went to 30-inch road. So probably that's about the time I bought it.
Oh, okay, I see.
I don't know what year it is for sure. But
I don't know, but I got a buddy there in Michigan who's a Moline expert. He could probably tell us all about it if we...
I looked it up once.
Let's see if I can get my light on it. He could tell us whatever. There we go, there's a number. So we'll show this to Moline Dan and he can tell us all about it. Hope that shows up. 28305-127 Jetstar 3. Good deal. What's that?
Hydraulics not the best, though.
I can't say as I've ever really messed with the Moline hydraulic setup, but
It's got a leak right now. Look where you can.
that's, he texted me the other day a picture of that line to figure out what to do, but yeah. Pretty interesting.
Yellow.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
Pretty close to Prairie Road.
Well, I didn't know until I messed with that combine that there's like 4 different shades of yellow that they used, and then
Prairie Gold.
there was 2 Prairie Golds, I think, and then there was a combine yellow, and then there was another like this color, whatever this is supposed to be, yellow, the later Moline, and it's a lighter yellow than the Prairie Gold.
This is a little darker. I went with it. I thought it looked a little better. So it needs some more work done, but I don't care. I use it and I like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I look the best, but good enough for me.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I would say, well, While he's at it, we ought to probably put like plug wires on it too and stuff, because it don't look like that's ever been done for, and that'll make a big difference in how it starts too. I mean,
Granny used to work on it for me. The torque slipped on it.
uh-huh.
You fixed that. I don't remember. Yeah, buses to do that or not.
Yeah, you probably do, because it's in there. I mean, it's on, it's running, yeah, 12 volts. I mean,
Yeah.
but I'll get some tune-up stuff for it too, probably, because that'd help it. But that's a pretty straight old tractor. I mean, it ain't got no real dents in it to speak of or nothing. I mean, it must have not been too old when you bought it, huh?
It's pretty new. I like the guy, if he wasn't plow with it or anything, that hydraulic, it's all together to get right or it's all on like you got the gutters underneath your seat.
Yeah.
They gotta be in a certain spot with the hydraulic won't even work.
Oh, those lever, yeah. See, Cockshut had something like that too, where you like turned the hydraulic pump off or on or something under the seat,
Yeah, I don't know what it all meant.
made it all that way. So,
Kill it for it. I just dropped it all the way down and raised it all the way up. We used to rake hay with it. Well, I did cut hay with it years ago. Hay line.
that probably worked pretty good because it's
Yeah.
smaller. I mean, easy to maneuver around, you know.
Well, you get on bit back over on the mix over there on big hills. Over the ground. Use the side. Go side like eating you on and off.
Yeah.
So we got the 88 and that's not going to be part of this one. You can't beat an 88 or 70.
No, because you can do the power takeoff from the ground real easy. Yep.
You get on a tractor, you can book everything in there.
Yeah, what's his name over there? Peters, he's got, what, 3 or 4 of them now because of that, because he said that was he's come and bought weights. I think he's pulling way heavier than what that thing's meant to haul with them tandem wagons full, but I don't know. All right, we're back out here in the frozen tundra, and we are going to pull this apart real quick and get it put down in the dip so it can be soaking. It is cold, if I didn't say that before. I should probably use like a good screwdriver, you know. I forgot to look at what style points and stuff that thing took, and I texted Moline Dan and he sent me the number, so I think I should have everything on hand because it appears it's the same as a Super 55 Oliver. However, looking on the internet real quick, it's possible that there was some that had a screw-on style cap, in which case then I wouldn't have it, so may have to run back over there anyway and double check, but that's not a huge deal. Boy, this thing's glued together. Yeah, sure, come on. There we go. At first blush, it's not too terribly rusty. However, I mean, it's time. Let's say, it's time. A little bit of schmutz on the needle valve. Alright. We'll put that float in something too to see if it still floats. That's what I'm saying. And we'll get our little basket. for stuff, because there's some stuff we won't put in there. Oh, it's cold outside. Put that in there. That ain't gonna come loose, is it? Okay. The fun thing is, somebody's already been in here, which is no surprise over the years. However, they have we pretty well got a problem here. Oh, what to do? Well, if you don't know about these, this style has the jet that screws in from this way and then it pokes out the top. And it has been stripped out. And I'm not sure if a guy is going to be able to find just that piece. Also, for whatever reason, I do not see the number stamped into this carburetor like they are on most every other Shebler ever invented. So, with that being the case, this project potentially got more difficult. I guess there's two schools of thought here I could follow. Number one would be to just ignore it and pretend it's fine. As in just throw a gasket in it and new needle and seat and live life. However, that may not solve our final problem, that he's obviously been having a problem with it before. So, what does Ross do? Well, regrets his life choices. Ross is thinking about changing his name and moving away. And then no one will find him and he won't have to finish this. But that probably isn't the long-term solution. I need to get that out of there though, because there's rust in there. I can see it down in the bottom of this thing, plugging up some of the holes. So I'm gonna have to get that out of there somehow and come up with a new one, which is sadly probably going to delay the progress of this by a fair number of time, to the point that we're not going to get to do it 2 days from now. See, I thought maybe I could go back, like, today is Tuesday, and I was hoping to go back Thursday and put it together. However, it does not look like that is probably going to take place. If and I have to come up with some of this stuff. And another thing I didn't do, I know I'm just getting better all the time, is I don't know, I'll probably end up driving back over there real quick and taking some more pictures and information, other than sit down and edit this video and try to pull the picture of the serial number tag out of the video. I think it would just be easier to drive over there and deal with that. So I got a picture of this. There's actually numbers in here. I don't know if that corresponds to what number it's supposed to have, but we're gonna roll the dice on that and see what goes. Boy, when it's cold like this, everything just cooperates so much better. I mean, it's just, everything's just working. It's just going so good. Yeah, Sure. Keep telling yourself that. Okay. The red pliers, they're helping me. You can't see that off camera, but I'm having enough trouble not freezing to death. So, like I said, I am not a cold temperature sort of person. Alright. That's gonna go there. We're gonna get... Okay, we're gonna go do a very sad and bad thing, probably, which is I'm gonna try to heat this a little bit and see if I can't get that to come a-flying out of there. This bottom screw on the thing, I didn't have much luck with either, but I think that's mainly just a... Nope. Stab myself in the hand type of deal. Yep. Okay, so we've got work to do. I'll go do this and then we'll see what happens. Well, unfortunately, another simple project gone wrong. That other half of the carburetor is pretty well toast. That nozzle was broken up inside there, and I tried everything I could to get it out, and I'm just making a mess of it. And it's not worth it for the guy in time. You know, I could spend 8 hours on it and get it back, and then, you know, what I'm saying is, I think I can find him another one for around $500, ready to go, put on. And to me, that makes more sense than spending $1,000 in labor of me trying to bring this one back around. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I already told him the sad news. And then this one will just be parts on hand for some other project, because I have a whole pile of carburetors, but I do not have any of this number. Otherwise I would have swapped him something or made one out of what I had on hand. But anyway, I think I've got one located, and been talking to Moline Dan to just verify some stuff, because I'm no expert on these, and there were several different ones that looked like it could have, and according to him it looks like this one is supposed to be a TSX 713, which is good, because that is the one that I found. So I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going to pull the trigger on that and get it here so that we can continue on this project. And I may run over there real quick again just to verify the points and stuff so I can order parts for that, and then we'll have a separate video of putting it back together. All right, so what have we learned today? Well, sometimes when you go to do a simple project, you discover someone else's previous cobble job, and it causes you more headache. In this case, the carburetor, that's not the first time I've run into that, where guys have stripped out on that nozzle and you can't get it out. But this one fought me to the bitter end, and it's just not worth it for him. You know, if I was doing it for myself, I might keep up and mess with it for days and days and days, but it's not worth it. I mean, I found another one very reasonably that's ready rebuilt, ready to bolt on, and there's no need in me wasting any more time on fixing that for him. So we'll get that. And I ran over there again, I forgot to film it, but I'm glad I did, because it ends up that tractor's got the screw on cap style, so I need to order the cap and points and all that for that style so that we're good to go. And then we'll have another video putting that all back together and getting it to run, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. And so it's probably not going to be this week, though. It's probably going to be, and you might see the videos fairly close together, but for them it's going to be probably about a week for that stuff to all get here. I got another carburetor rebuild for a guy. I told him I'd do it a long time ago, and I never made it over there, and I know he's probably ticked off at me, but I called him and he's going to have it off of there ready to go. It's on a little Ferguson like my uncle's. I got the stuff to do it. I just didn't have the time with all the corn and stuff, trying to get that done. So I'm glad that's over with. Now I can start messing on these projects again. I've got a whole list of things to do for people, and I need to do it because that's how I make money to keep going. So anyway, we're gonna call this video here, and as always, if you like the videos even a little bit, hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff doesn't cost you anything. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.